Hello everyone, Bjorn Strong on the Arm here, back on the AMF Collab server. I'm standing here in front of City Hall. I guess we'd call that some sort of, I don't know, our big city center anyway, and here in the middle of town. And I'm here today because, well, I'm homeless. I don't have anywhere to live. And if we wander around, we can see lots of people have been putting up their houses here on the server. So well, I gotta go quite a ways this way to see the houses. There are some over there, but I come over here. There's E-double-D's house he's been working on. Come around, you can't really see it, but behind those rocks, Cocky's got a house he's been working on. Chris has got a house way down there. I mean, this houses all over the place, but not me. I'm homeless. And my job for today, what I want to do today is fix that. I want to get myself a place to live. So as you might have noticed, I'm a pirate, also a penguin, but a pirate penguin. And so I was thinking something with kind of a bit of a nautical theme would be good. Now, in the past, I've made pirate ships, and we got a really good spot for one of those out here. But I think I want to do something a little smaller. I mean, that a pirate ship, I think, well, it'd be really big. It would be kind of, like hop up here, kind of just dominate this space. And I think this area, this town area, isn't really kind of for big dominating structures like that. It's more just for, smaller builds. So what could I do? Well, I thought maybe what I could do is make myself a lighthouse, because we do have, as you just saw, this kind of very nice coastal area here. And actually, if we go out this way far enough, I'll just run along a little bit. We have got where our villager trading hall is going to be. E-double-D and Sam Jackson have been working just tremendously on this, I think, and it looks, I mean, it's not all rendered yet, but it looks fantastic once it all is. But from out here, you can look at, from, well, there's an island out here. You can look across and see this area right here. And there's lots of kind of rocky outposts where if you had ships coming in, you'd want them to be able to see what's going on. So I think a lighthouse is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put it actually right there. I scouted it out. E-double-D helped me out, looking around at places. And this, I think, is really kind of the prime spot. And so, yeah, so that's the plan. I think I know kind of how I'm going to do it. I've gathered some resources up. But I'll tell you right now, what the real challenge, I think, is for this build is going to be to make it look the right size. Because, of course, on the one hand, it's a lighthouse. It should be big. It should be, tall. It should kind of go way, way up there. Oops, I was in some grass. It should go way up there. On the other hand, if it's like really big and looks kind of out of proportion, it'll just kind of loom over everything else and it won't kind of fit into the scenery. So I don't want that. So what I really want is I want it to be really not, not more than a handful of blocks taller than this rocky outpost up here. But on top of that, I want it to look as though it's kind of really tall. And of course, it'll look similar to that, so that it'll make that look a little taller, I hope. But that's my plan. So I think I know how I want to do it. And it's gonna kind of come around. It's gonna be circular, of course. So it's gonna kind of come around like this, and it's gonna be built kind of half into this outcropping here. I think that'll look really nice. And like lots of lighthouses, it's gonna be a kind of red and white combination. I thought about doing it with maybe some stone brick and some nether brick. I thought that might look really nice, kind of more muted, and I could make it look a bit distressed and a bit old. But I decided at the end to go for the traditional, bright red and bright white. So to that effect, I've got, a bunch of snow and a bunch of red stained clay for the red and white. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And I guess before I get started, there is this track leading out from the old villagers to the new villagers. I'm going to have to maybe move that out a little bit just so that there's room enough for the entire build. It might just fit past there, but it's the work of a moment just to take this out another 3 or 4 blocks. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I've also borrowed a beacon. I don't have a beacon of my own, which is, sad. I have one wither skeleton skull. We actually have a AFK-able wither skeleton farm, and I could just go and AFK there for a while and get some skulls, get myself a beacon, and maybe I will at some point. I was kind of thinking it might be nice to actually kill a wither where I farmed all the skeletons myself the old-fashioned way, and get a beacon that way for the first beacon. But Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to be committed to that, but it's an idea. But anyway, yeah. So I'm going to move this out a little bit, and I'm going to get the right resources here in my inventory and get to work.
Ready. Drop. Drop.
So there it is. This is the view from over here by the villager hall. You can see it's in. And as I said, it's not a whole lot taller than this kind of mountain, hill, rock, whatever, up there beside it. And that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to be kind of huge. And it's actually pretty narrow. Up at the top here, these are actually just three blocks across. But I've done a couple of things. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty tall. And like one thing that I've done to try to help kind of force this perspective a bit is, although these layers, these white and red, they're kind of three down at the bottom, or four, I mean, 4 blocks tall down at the bottom. They shift to kind of three and then two up at the top. And I can't talk and walk at the same time apparently, and I fell down. But yeah, so there it is, and yeah, I'm happy with it. There's not really as much detail on this as I would have liked, but it's kind of hard, I think, to get a lot of detail in a build when it's just red clay and snow. There's not a lot of kind of different kind of bricks to use with it. But there's something else I do want to do. I want to actually come in and take this build a little bit along the wall here. So I want to make this wall like it's a retaining wall, kind of holding stuff in so it's not spilling out into the bay. So to do that, let's go ahead and grab those and come up, let's see, 3 there, and come over like this as well. And now maybe we'll come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 maybe. That looks pretty good. Come back down, come across, I don't know, see 1, 2, 3, yeah, looks pretty good. And oops, do the same thing here. And so the idea is these are just going to look like, didn't mean to knock that piece of stone out. I guess it's going to be covered. It's not going to matter a whole lot, but put it back anyway. So these are going to be like buttresses that are going to just kind of keep it up. I think that's, yeah, that's how high I want it. And then we'll come down here as well and put some stone in. And I'll just kind of start with, this layer of 3 stone right there. But I want to distress it a little bit, so it looks like it's actually kind of bent around the block a bit. Kind of come over here as well. Maybe do a little bit like this. That looks pretty good. Maybe put some cracked stone there and some cobblestone. kind of along in here and do something similar, maybe like around here, kind of cracked. Actually, let's do cobble it. I fall down again, and cracked, and I'm about to go a little bit of mossy. Yeah, maybe I'll put a little mossy around here as well. Just kind of come down. Maybe do moss. Actually, you know what I think would look really nice is gonna put kind of wall right in here, and then put the mossy on top of that. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then maybe put some mossy brick there and there. And that's a bit much? That's a bit much on the cracked, I think. So let's actually put some smooth there and regular. And I've got a couple of vines. I was just thinking I'd stick them here and here. Oops. No, there and there we go. And let them grow down. Yeah, I think it's a good start. And then just kind of take that kind of patterning on up a bit here and up towards the top and just kind of blend it in and move it in so it kind of blends in with the stone I've got there. Might distress that a little bit down at the bottom too. And come back and see how it looks in a minute. Yeah, I really like that. That I think looks pretty good. It's got this kind of retaining wall here. It looks like we've got these buttresses that are kind of keeping it up. It kind of flows naturally in here to the base of the lighthouse here. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So the exterior here, I guess, is pretty much done. Not totally done. There's a few little bits and pieces of detail I want to do. Actually, I think I want to put some more torches kind of up there, higher up. But also I want to like hop up. Can't really see them up close, but up to these kind of balconies here, and put maybe a little flower pot or two with some flowers on there, just some things to make it homey. So I don't think I'm. Well, let's have a look at the inside. Go ahead and sleep. As you can see, the way the inside is right now, it's kind of it's a mess in here. I didn't do anything at all with it. But if you look up, you can see kind of straight up into the light there. I like that. I think it's a really nice look right here, being able to see up like that. I don't want to change that. I do want to fix a little bit. This shouldn't be here, and I should put a snow block right there just for continuity. But my plan, my main plan is to jump really high. I turned on the jump boost for the building and it helped a lot, but I'm not really used to the jump boost. And so it's kind of weird the way it works here. But I'll put a door right here, and maybe I want to do some kind of terraforming and making things look here, good around here as well. And it looks like I've also totally derped this up. I have to fix that. That should be out to there, and yeah, oops, I'm gonna have to come back and clean that up as well. But yeah, so for the interior, what I want to do is, I probably should have moved that bed. I'll have to move it here in a minute. Is for kind of right along here, I want to just come in and put an oak floor. And I like the oak because it's just a very plain, very simple sort of block. And my idea is that when you come inside, let's do the front door, you come inside and you look up here, you look all around, and it's just going to be like a kind of humble cottage, a humble place where the, humble, well, there's a lot of humbles, where the humble lighthouse keeper lives, a little table, a little flower, nothing fancy at all. And then I'll have a stairs down into here. And then here, I'm going to carve all of this out. And what I want to do is dig, quite a ways back into here. So I'm kind of back into that cliff that we were putting the that's all, folks. The retrain. Okay, stop. Take a deep breath. The restraining wall. I think that's what they're called. Is that what they're called? I'm going to call them the right thing. Anyway, we were just working on back there. We kind of go back around there, and we'll have a storage area and all the sort of stuff you want in a little base. I mean, it's not going to be a huge base. This is, a small in-town spot, but a storage area for a bunch of my stuff, and like a little place to brew potions and all that kind of stuff. So that'll all be down here, and probably I'll put another door right here, put a floor here where all the sand is, come down and build a base in there. So that's my idea. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do. So it'll look pretty simple. Now, I do like that you can see up there. I might try to put some sort of spiral staircase that kind of goes around. Not because you'll ever actually need to get up there, but just because if there was really a lighthouse keeper here, they'd need to be able to get up there to like run maintenance and stuff. Oh, and the other thing I think I'll do is when I do get a beacon of my own, I'll come down here beneath and put it so it shines right up through the center. And I made sure that at the very top, that center block of the lighthouse is glass, so the beam can just kind of go right through it. I think that'll look really nice. I think when you come out here, you see the lighthouse, and then you see it's sort of beacon, because there's beacons everywhere, so it's not going to be all that original. But it seems kind of weird. You have a lighthouse, showing things off. It doesn't have a beacon shining through it. It seems like the natural thing to do, But yeah, so I have to fix that up, and then I think I want to, I'm going to tear this down now. I think I'm done with the beacon. I don't need jump boost anymore. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I'm happy with the exterior. I'm happy with the way that, like I said, it looks really, really big, but it really isn't quite that big. I mean, it's probably, I think this block I started on down around here was, let's see, 68. So let's just round that, it's 70 right around here. And I stopped at 110 at the very top. So it's 40 blocks tall. I mean, it's nothing to be sneezed at. Is that right? 40 blocks tall. But, it looks kind of, I think, more imposing than that. And I think that's because, like I said, we have some of these tricks to kind of force the perspective by making like the strips get smaller. And I got these kind of two high windows kind of here and here, but then kind of only one high up there. It really makes it feel kind of bigger than it is. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Like I said, I'm going to put a few more details on here, but let me turn on this beacon. Let me, fix all this up, and then I want to start working on a little kind of entryway around here. Again, just kind of keeping with the theme. This is a humble little cottage spot where the lighthouse keeper lives, hiding all of the kind of fancier stuff down in the basement. Well, there it is, the new front door. I got maybe a little bit carried away. I tidied up this bit up here, and I put this little front porch in, and then I just started doing a little bit of landscaping. I got a kind of big climbing shrub that's going up the side there, and added a tree. Yeah, just, a little more than I expected. Started putting in a little bit of a path. I do want it to be kind of a shoddy path. This is not a lighthouse that gets a lot of visitors. But yeah, so there we have it. I fixed these torches. I kind of derped them up last time. I got them where I wanted them. But yeah, there we have it. So let's go inside. Now, like I said before, kind of I've got this in. I might as well sleep, I guess. But like I said before, this area here is just going to be kind of it's going to be the lighthouse keeper's shack. Is going to area to live in. And then come down here. I've moved my stuff down here. This is where nicer things are going to be. But let's go ahead and start, seeing if we can make this a little nicer. So I think look really good if we went ahead and these pillars that are running on the outside, we can take them down on the inside as well. And oops, I'll fix that in a second. And yeah, let's go ahead and change him out. And actually, you know what might be really nice is, yeah, because that, oh yeah, so that looks kind of dodgy. So the one thing, there we go. The one thing that is kind of going on here, it's a little bit sneaky, is I've got this dark oak front entrance of the house, but then you come over here and you still have the red, and so the red kind of still pops up above it, but it means like from up here that looks kind of really bad. Now people aren't really going to see this a whole lot, so I'm not too worried about how it looks, but I think just at least hiding it with a bit of red, it's not going to look fantastic, but it's going to look better than having that bit of brown sticking up there. But all right, that's sorted out. But yeah, so here's the inside. But I think the way it looks bad is right there. That looks kind of shabby as well, having that, red, brown, red. I don't like that. So what I was thinking I could do is come down here and use a little bit of my nether quartz. And I'll be pretty frugal with this stuff, but it only gives me 4. All right, I'm gonna have to. Well, 4 will be enough to put it here, here, and here, and that looks a lot better. And then I want to do the same thing, along here and along here. I'll have to go and fortune 3 some of the nether quartz ore that I had down there in my ender chest, but we won't worry about that right now. So let's see. I think the bed's right here. I like that. So I wanted to have a bookshelf because every good bed needs a bookshelf. So well, let's see. How do I want to do this? You know what? I might want to move that bed. In fact, I think I do want to move that bed, which means I have to be careful not to die between now and my next chance of sleeping. Yeah, much better. Much better. And I think I've got some more pots down here. I sure do. So pots and maybe a little acacia would look nice in there. That sounds pretty good. So let's just kind of come back up and just put him on. Come on there. Yeah. All right. And what else? Maybe, I don't know, just dupe and this kind of separates out the little sleeping area from the rest. Maybe a table over here. Again, nothing too fancy because we're not rich or anything, but just little table, maybe some chairs. Let's do the chairs like this, I think. There we go. And that won't be able to stay there. We'll take him out. Okay, and coming together a little bit. And I thought, some carpet here in the middle would be nice, but maybe just some brown. I think, let's see. I don't like it. Let's try it. There. Yeah. Just some brown carpet. Maybe I need to get another 3 for here or so. Maybe not. Or here. Just make it kind of even. But just kind of break up the floor a bit. And then, so one thing, I guess I haven't really mentioned this before, but I come out here. Let's see if I can walk across this rail without falling over. Like I did last time. I find I can't talk and walk at the same time. But so I've got this window here, and then if we come around to this side, you'll see there's a window kind of right above it. But over here, instead, I've kind of put this banner here. And the idea is that banner should look like, from a distance, it looks like just like a drape kind of covering over the window. It's like a closed window. So I was thinking, I've got a couple more banners left. So yeah, I guess we got one right there. Same sort of thing. And I could take a couple of banners and go right there and there. And it looks kind of like the curtains, and there they're open, and then, up there they're closed. I guess I could put it up there if I wanted to, but when you're on the inside, I'm not going to be worrying about that too much. And let's see. I think maybe, I don't have more banners, but maybe I could put like that. It look like shutters, and put another set over here. Yeah, let me grab a few, maybe get some more of that nether quartz stairs and do a few more things and see how it looks and come back to you and see what you think. There, I think that's looking pretty good. Looking, it's pretty sparse, but that's what we want for a poor lighthouse keeper. Just he's got his few books and he's got his little table and a couple architectural features to kind of round out the room a little bit. Still is a little bit bare in here, but that's okay. I think bare is what we want. Let's see, do I have any? It's spruce, but it'll at least look less silly than the snow I've got there. So I can, replace that out and put this door back. So yeah, So this looks pretty good. Of course, the basement we haven't done, and and I think we won't be doing that today. I mean, this is all temporary here. We'll dig this out. I think we've got quite a lot of space we can work with back here, so we can go down a fair ways, and I think if we go far enough down and over, we'll actually hit Cocky's base, which has quite a lot going on underground as well. But still, I think we can kind of get quite a lot down here, but we'll save that for a different day. I don't want to do that today. So, but yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. It's, like I said, it's kind of sparse and humble, but that was what we were going for. There's one more thing that I still need to do, so let me find some dirt for stacking, and I'll come out and show you what still needs to be done. And it's night, so it's easier to see. So it'll come back quite a ways. And so you can see from a distance how it's nice and lit, lit up down here, and of course it's really light up here. But there in the middle, it's just kind of dark. And that's kind of bad. There's a few places where something could spawn, so that's one reason we don't like it. But also, it just doesn't look very good. It looks kind of uneven. So I think what I want to do, have the jump boost off right after I learned to get used to it. How it always seems to go, All right. So let's just kind of hop up here, and I think what I want to do is just, yeah, right there. Come out like this. Oh, I can't get up there. Oh, darn. All right, what I can do is get up here and then get up here. Those half slabs always throw me off. All right, and then just put someone there and someone there, and I think I can make my way around here. Oops, safely. There we go. And then, yep, just one torch on each of those spots, and then we'll come down and have a look and see what we think. Oops, and I wanted him. It was exactly 2 that were just like that. I remember that. So let's come on down and have ourselves a look. Yeah, a lot better. It's still, it's still a bit darker here, a bit darker there. I think that's okay. I actually should check. It's possible that something could spawn on those upside down stairs. I don't know what the light level is. If so, I might just take some brown wool and line the stairs with those, because of course mobs can't spawn on wool. I think that would do, as good a job as anything really to just keep it unspawnable. No one's really going to see it, so it doesn't, the top of that doesn't matter a whole lot what it looks like. But there you have it. That is my lighthouse. That is my new home. We've got all the lighthouse stuff in place. We've got the exterior. Really happy with. We've got around in the back, and I fall down again. Man, I should just not try running on single pathways like that and talking at the same time. But anyway, yeah, we come down here. We've got this retaining wall kind of all in, and a bit of texture to it. I think that looks really nice. And we just saw we've got the indoors. So yeah, that's really good. So I'm really happy with what we've got done today. I'm really happy with the base I'm starting to put in here, the house I'm starting to put in here at the city side. So still something left to do. We want to maybe take this path a little further down, connect it up with other things going on in the city. And of course, obviously, we're going to have probably a whole episode just figuring out how we want to do things down here. I'm going to want to have like a big storage room, all of my stuff kind of getting organized and put together. And so instead of right now having just stuff thrown randomly in chests like this, which is just kind of not very good, I have a place where I can keep my stuff. I think that would be really good. Yeah. So stuff to do. And ceiling to fix too. It's for not like that though. Not like that. All right, let's end the episode with derp. There we go. Just anyway, that's gonna be it for me for today. As always, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the AMF Collab server and watch me kind of put in this strange beast, the lighthouse here. And if you enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like. If you aren't already and you want to see more of what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And with that, I'll see you next time.